Live from the driver's seat, this movie's getting roasted in 3, 2.
All right, you guys, welcome back. News breaking news, riding Rant style. So, probably find an article if I could pull one up, but I'm gonna just get right into it. So, if you ask me, Doom is not dooming. What is Doom dooming? Is Doom dooming right now? You know what I'm saying? Or is anybody really excited for Doom to come up? We keep hearing this left and right type of news about Doom. Oh, Doom is coming. You know, Doom. Even at the end of Fantastic Four, we're finally gonna get a glimpse of Doom in the MCU. All we see is the helmet and the little kid holding his face up. Spoiler alert. But hey, guys been warned. All we see is that. Got a little hand out, some mask. We don't know who the guy is. It's just, we know who it's supposed to be. RDJ, Robert Downey Jr. But when we look at the mask, when we look at the kid, we don't see the face. We're like, when are you gonna show Doom? Why are you guys taking so long to show Doom? What's going on? Thanos. We saw Thanos for years. We saw Thanos after the second, or was it the first? After the first Avengers movie, he was in the first Easter egg. Talking about, I'll do this myself. And then he didn't do it himself for another maybe 5 or 7 more years, maybe 10. We saw, bro. No, it wasn't 10, at least 5. 5 years, I think, at least, before he actually did something. And we also saw him in other installments. We saw him in Guardians of the Galaxy. He had the biggest role that we saw him in that movie. He was there. He was sitting on his little throne, you know, talking mess, talking trash about people, making threats, throwing out wild accusations, you know. Thanos was being presented slowly, and then here we go. Infinity War. Thanos shows up. And we already know this dude. Now he's here, and now he's about to wreak havoc. So we got that nice introduction to Thanos. Doom, what's happening? Technically, I think this Fantastic Four is the first time we've seen a hint that a Doom is in the actual cinematic universe. He wasn't showing up anywhere else. He wasn't nobody was checking for him. We didn't see no green mask, we didn't see no green suit. We didn't hear the words Doom. Nothing. Silence, dead silence, and all of a sudden you expect us next year to jump right into Doomsday, Avengers Doomsday? He's just gonna be falling right into our laps? Huh? That's what I'm saying. It's like we need to lead up. We need to build up. We need to get some force of familiarity with the dude before he shows up, popping people's heads off, or whatever he's gonna be doing, zapping folks, turning them into burnt popcorn. I don't know. We need to see Doom show up. We need that presence. We need to feel a little bit of, maybe he might kill somebody. Maybe Doom is about that business, about that life. We don't know. We have no idea what Doom is gonna do. What is Doom dooming? He ain't dooming much. And that's the problem.
See, that's the problem.
They want us to get excited for the MCU. They want us to be like involved how we used to be. And I don't know. Some people say it will never get like that again. I don't know. I'm a little more optimistic. I'm thinking it's possible. It could happen. The way we got excited again when Spider-Man came back with the other 2 Spider-Mans from the other universes. We got excited for that. People were clutching their pearls. Geeks were geeking. Popcorn was being popped out of the popcorn buckets. We was excited. We was ready for it. So that should have been their cue. Hey, maybe these guys like stuff like this. We should give them more of this. Give them more of this. If I like sandwiches and you pop up giving me a quesadilla, you know what I like. You know, I like the bread, I like the rye, I like Dutch Crunch. I like the turkey meat. Pastrami, if I'm feeling like I'm not gonna be doing nothing for the rest of the day, put some pastrami on that thing. Provolone cheese, maybe American sometimes, we'll see. Cut it in half. That's the sandwich I like. You giving me a quesadilla. Granted, I like quesadillas, but when I like quesadillas, I order quesadillas. If I ain't order a quesadilla, what's this quesadilla doing on my plate? I'm expecting Marvel stuff. I'm expecting a Marvel sandwich. Why are you throwing out this Marvel quesadilla that nobody asked for? I'm hitting a lot of stuff that they do without saying it. I'm speaking indirectly. You guys catching on? I'm sure you are. They gotta give us what we want. You gotta give the people what they want. It ain't hard. It ain't hard. Throwing enough action, throwing enough suspense, and we are game. Kill somebody, break a leg, rip an arm off or something. Give us something to be like, oh my goodness, he ain't gonna be who he used to be. That's what I'm saying. I always go back to ligaments. Star Wars did it. They ripped off Luke's arm. He had to get a probiotic robot arm. That was traumatic. If you don't want to kill somebody, rip a ligament off. Shows that you mean business. Shows that stakes are a little high. Hey, you might lose a body part if you go out there in that field. That's what I'm saying. Raise the stakes a little bit. If you don't want to kill somebody off because you want to run, you want to keep that person in rotation, remove a ligament. Rip off an ear. Keep the face the same. Maybe a pinky, a toe. Remove somebody's kneecap, the little ball part in the kneecap. I don't know, do something crazy, do something different. We gotta get this thing to be a little more exciting, to be a little more thrilling. And I need to see if RDJ is gonna be the actual Doom, and I'm kind of suspecting that he may not actually be Doom. It's already going around, and I already put an article out about that a while ago before the majority of that rumor started spreading about him not actually being Zoom, Victor Von Doom. I was like, maybe there's an alternative version of Doom, and this Doom is going to get knocked off. We're just bringing RDJ back for a moment to get you guys excited, because we know that's kind of what you want, or kind of what you want to see. Then we're gonna move him out the way, and we're gonna present the actual Doom, and he gonna be a terror. He gonna be a force to be reckoned with. He gonna be a threat. He is going to be that problematic thing that we don't know how to deal with. We don't know how this is going to unfold. You gotta raise the stakes, and I'm glad they brought the Russo brothers back because they know how to get the job done. At least that they used to. They gonna make it interesting. I'll give them that much. So I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping Doom can start dooming. We need to hear more of Doom being a threat. We need to see more of Doom being that type of threat that we are knowing about. Show if the comics did it right, the other two movies really didn't. They didn't know how to address Doom, I don't think. I don't know. The last one kinda. He was looking kind of threatening. He was a little crazy. I was like, how they gonna stop this crazy guy? So you could bring it out. You could bring it out, you could present it. It's possible. The thing is possible, it's very possible. So that's all I'm saying. Anyway, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you want to hear more rants like this. We gonna ride, we gonna rant, we gonna talk about it. We gonna talk about it. All right, y'all? Catch y'all later. Peace.